Quarantine, day 15, April 1st. Crazy times here in the Carolinas, but luckily I'm prepared. This is all fishing gear. Gets me out there if I have to catch my food. I don't have to go to the grocery store. I'll be out there catching fish, eating fish. I have all my boats here to access the water. I have my camper if I have to hide in the woods. Quarantine. When I go in a fishing tournament, I have to plan my route to get to the best spots before the other anglers do. I think of the boat launch being my origin. I moved over 3 units to the right and 5 units up to the sandbar. Then I went from there over 2 more and down 2 to a fallen log. From the log, I moved back 1 to the left and down 1. What were my 3 ordered pairs, and what shape did I make?
What up, my quarantine people? Back at it again with our guest DJ today at InstructaBeats, Mr. F, our awesome PE teacher at Ballantyne Elementary School. Let's dive right into this question because we don't expect anything less from Mr. F, but it is a very unusual quarantine math question. As you know, we love our sides check strategy here at Quarantine Math and InstructaBeats. The problem with this, though, is really it's not a word problem. Okay, now it's words and it's a problem, but we can't really use the same strategy we would use on all our other questions, although there are different things you can do which are very, very similar. So we're not necessarily going to write a statement per se, but it did ask me for my 3 ordered pairs. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of organize where I would write those. And then it did ask me for the shape. So I'm going to say the shape is a blank, right? And I can probably already figure out the shape if you're thinking, because there's only 3 ordered pairs and there's not very many shapes that 3 ordered pairs would make, but you still want to go through and show your work. And so when I identify here, I'm going to be identifying the directions. So I'm not going to write those down because it's not really, it's something I would circle if I was doing it on a paper, but it's kind of hard to write down. Plus, I want to do it on a coordinate plane. So you might have to draw a coordinate plane really quickly. If you aren't familiar with coordinate planes, please check out my favorite InstructaBeats song. My wife will tell you say about all of them, but this really is my favorite song, the Coordinate Plane song. I will link that in the description for this video. Please check it out. It's an awesome song. So let's go through and flip to the next page for me, because that's where my coordinate plane is. Now, you might want to draw this, but we're going to kind of identify as we go through this. So it said he started at his boat launch, right? And that was the origin. And we know the origin is where our coordinate plane starts. So we're going to start here at 0, 0. And then he moved 3 over and went up 5. So we know our rule for the coordinate plane is you got to shuffle on the carpet before you climb up the steps. You're going to hear that in the song. Thank you, Miss Tench, for one of the best teachers I've ever worked with. Taught me a lot when I worked there. She taught me that. And actually, I stole it from her. She didn't teach it to me. I stole it from her because she was teaching somebody else, a student. And I was like, hey, that's awesome. But anyway, that's what teachers do. Good teachers steal things from other teachers, all right? So we're going to shuffle over 3 and then climb up 5. And my first ordered pair, which I'm going to label as the sandbar, was right here. And the sandbar was I shuffled over 3 and went up 5. So my x coordinate is 3. My y coordinate is going to be 5. Then from there, I went over 2 and down 2. Okay, so if I went over 2 and down 2, I'm going to end up right here. And this was my fallen log. Okay. And the ordered pair for the fallen log, if I go back to the origin, I shuffled on the carpet 5. So my x coordinate is going to be 5. And my y coordinate, so you shuffle on the carpet, then climb up the steps, 3. So my ordered pair is 5, 3. Okay, and then from there, I went over 1 and down 1, which means I'm going to end up right here. In my ordered pair from here, again, you got to shuffle on the carpet. So I'm shuffling over 4, and then I'm climbing up 1, 2. So my ordered pair here will be 4, 2. And if you connected these dots, it would make a triangle. So let's go back and write those in. Okay, my first ordered pair is my sandbar. That was 3, 5. My second ordered pair was the fallen log. That was 5, 3. And my third ordered pair, I don't know what that was called. He didn't give us that information, but it was 4, 2. And of course, the shape was a triangle. All right. There we go. Thank you so much, Mr. F, for giving us an awesome coordinate plane question. Again, check out that coordinate plane song. If you haven't heard it, it is fantastic. My favorite song. I know that when he got done going to the sandbar and the fallen log and catching all these fish, I know that Mr. F, who's a professional fisherman, by the way, sponsored, washed his hands. He didn't touch his face. And if he was feeling sick, he wouldn't have gone out fishing. All right, am I right? As always, stay safe, do math. I'm out.